What advice would you have for a virgin who's about to see a sex worker? Don't forget to include a cover letter with your resume. Applicable work experience? None. Willingness to learn new techniques? Use protection. Don't get attached. It not love, it's a paid for fuck. Tell them you're a virgin and let them lead it first. To add to this, don't try anything you've seen in porn. Porn is not real life, those are actors. So shouldn't show up with a pizza or offer to clean their pool. No. Definitely bring a pizza. We also appreciate free alcohol. I had a regular who owned a string of authentic Italian restaurants, and every time I'd see him he'd bring me pasta. Tears of joy. It was like an extra $30 tip. Were you ever afraid of the food or drink being roofied? TBH, no. These instances were with regular customers, majority of which were just sad and lonely old men. $300 per hour would pay for like 2 to 3 hours just so we could chat and cuddle as well. I am also a SAW survivor, so I guess I'm a little desensitized to that. Like if it were to happen, I've already been through it before. But yeah, also, why roofie me when you already had sex with me, lol. Remember, you're paying for sex. It happens. She may be the most beautiful woman you've ever seen, tit and ass out of this world. But she may have an STD. Condom required. She is not in love with you, it's her job. What about her other tit? That one is in the world. As someone who lost his virginity to a sex worker, I wouldn't recommend it. I felt very empty and depressed when it was over, and I immediately regretted it. At the time, I was convinced that the rest of my life wouldn't begin until I had penetrated someone, and I figured a high-priced hooker was the best way to go about it. I was wrong. That's interesting. I kind of had a similar but probably much less powerful experience when I fucked a fleshlight for the first time. I started longing for the other things that come with a relationship and became orders of magnitude more lonely than I was before, or perhaps more aware of how lonesome I am. For example, several times a week I think about what it must be like to hug a woman I love after coming home from work. Is this an illegal jurisdiction? If so, no performance anxiety can be real and is a-okay. Be respectful and be safe. If it's in an illegal jurisdiction, check RILPA to figure best, safest practice. Always rap, always be respectful, and be kind to yourself if there's some delay or coaxing needed. Tell her it's your first time and let her lead the way. They see all types, whether it's a 60-year-old man with a micropenis or a morbidly obese 25-year-old. Try not to be too self-conscious about it or worry what she thinks of you, it's just sex. Maybe she'll be super friendly, or maybe she'll be all business and in and out. There are all types. I see in a lot of your posts you say things like you need this, and express worry about what your peers are doing. I don't think doing this is going to change anything in that regard. 18 years old is quite young and you've got no idea how much time you have ahead of you or how quickly life can change. But perhaps this is some kind of psychological hurdle for you that you need to get over, so by all means go ahead and do it. Maybe it helps, maybe it just helps you realize how unimportant it was. Either way, good luck. Bro, you're only 18. I'd recommend that you don't do it and just live your life. I'd maybe understand if you were like a virgin in your 30s or something. But seriously, where I live 18 is the minimum age where you're allowed to have sex, you're not behind at all. Herpes isn't real until you have it. You can only catch it one time though, after that you don't have to worry about catching it again. I'm so relieved. You will not get personal fulfillment out of it. I saw your comment about virgin men being driven to suicide and virginity driving you nuts. Those issues causing you to feel that way will not go away with sex and will still need to be addressed. I'd have to disagree, due to experience. I was in the same boat at 24 after being alone for 3 years straight. Ended up finding a woman that wanted some cash in return, and overall it went well. Relieved a lot of built-up frustration, felt more confident in myself, and gained the motivation to go out and get other parts of my life in order. It probably won't be that way for everyone. But if done with precaution, meet outside beforehand. Don't share your apartment number until they seem safe, it's worth the go.